Good morning, folks. Today what we're going to do is we're going to explain how we put this slider back together. The contractor, Larry Beilman, Beilman Construction, installed this for the apartment owner. Incidentally, we've done many projects for Larry Beilman. He's located in Alameda. He does generally second-story additions, but we've done quite a few of these for Larry also. In fact, when I'm completely done with this, I'm going to take you to the other side of this apartment building where we did a tie-in. I want to show you guys the transition between, this is called a light lace skip trowel finish. And the light lace skip trowel finish, somewhat, it takes time in to be able to blend this texture to a brand new texture here, so where you're out in the back deck, you don't look at it and your friends say, hey man, I see you got a new window or door installed there. The idea is, I know a texture when I see it where a window or door was replaced, but I don't want the average person who's coming for a barbecue to look at it and say, hey, you had a window or door installed. So we're going to put this together right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide paper underneath this Flash that they have on top of this peel-and stick, and we're going to put it all back together. I'm going to caulk the side, then we're going to do the scratch and the brown coat with luminite, meaning I don't have to wait the 48 hours between the two coats. Then I'm going to use a color coat finish to match this finish. I cannot match it with regular Portland cement. Nobody can, because the grit is too uniform. So if you try to match it with the Portland, it just won't work. Anyway, when I get to that stage of, say, the brown coat, when I'm applying the color coat, I'll show you how we do the texture, because that's somewhat interesting. Then I'll take it to the other side and I'll show you some work that we did, I don't know, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, but the idea is see if you can see the texture where it blends into the middle of the wall, because what we did is a wall right dead center, and we took it up 2 stories. So it shows you the difference between the transitions feathering into existing, which is the point I want to make today. Okay guys, where we're at now is we finished the lath, and again, notice how Larry broke out. He broke out and left me he left me 6 inches, well, 4 inches of paper, 4 inches of wire. I'm able to put back all his same wire. Of course, we apply a tube of caulking around the perimeter. I'm using the water hose now because this ledge here is full of dust. And what I do is I just use the water hose to get all the dust off. I'm not going to cover this window, but if you guys try this, of course, cover it. I am going to move this just in case when I put it up here, if it's a little soupy, it tends to fall. But anything that gets on here, polyurethane frames, they wipe off very clean. I'm going to cover the ground now, and I'm going to go ahead and start the cement work. I'll show you that. Something like this doesn't take me very long, because this is what I do for a living. Okay, on the bottoms of these, I put a lot of luminite in my product because I'm going to be cleaning this with water soon. And so this has got twice as much luminite, meaning I just put that on and already it's kind of hard. The sides, now what we're going to do to feather ours into this is, after we put our coat on here, I float it. I'm going to use a hard rubber float in a minute too. The hard rubber float will get rid of a lot of the grit. And then I come back after about 15 minutes and I hit it again with clean water, and I keep doing this until there's no more grit. Okay guys, we're going to do the texture now. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking at the fellow's pattern who did this one right here. His pattern is, he's right-handed and he went up and to the right. So that's what I'm going to do. I looked around at some of the other sliders, and some of them they went sideways and some they went up. Here I can see his pattern is upward. I could also see another pattern underneath the skip trowel is a smooth finish like this. So I make sure my finish is smooth. My transition here is perfect. And then we just pull a little bit off the hawk at a time. Little tiny bit, just like that. We're going to let this set up just a little bit. Now the other one is I took it sideways, like so. But on this particular, whoever did this one went sideways, or upward, just like that. Just like that. And when they got towards the top of the window, I'll show you how they did that. All upward. I can see the this exact pattern. So we keep our pattern in line with their pattern. I start where they started, and I just, that way when it's painted, you look and you say, huh, same pattern as the other fellas used. Less likely to see this patch. Just like that. And again, I can take my trowel a little sideways and pull it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Then I'm going to show you with complete. Now we're going to walk around the other side. I'm going to show you a painted area so you can see the transition and how well it should be done. Okay guys, we are complete with this particular window, but not done with the video. I'm going to walk you around to the other side and show you what I was explaining earlier. This one here, fortunately, the sun's coming over here, so we wouldn't be able to see it properly anyhow in a few more minutes. Just right. And hopefully when we get on the other side, the shade is there so I can show you the transitions. Okay guys, here's the wall I was explaining. We took it all the way to the gable. We went about up to here, all the way down, and we went about 8 inches on this side, all the way down. We did this about 4 or 5 years ago, but what I wanted to point out was it's a very, very difficult texture to tie in because it's a skip trowel, Spanish lace, light too. So when it's painted, it should look like this where, you know, I know patches, the owners may be able to see it, but if you're having a party, they shouldn't say, hey, I've seen you have new windows placed in there. Anyway, this is Kirk with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jason, for doing the video. See you guys on the next one.